good evening, and welcome to this amazing live stream. And we do these every single week right here for our network marketing family, especially those of you that are looking to learn first and master online recruiting strategies to help you build your business. My name is Tracy Walker. I am the founder and creator of this community, and I want to at least make an introduction for those of you that may have never come across me before. I am a baseball mom, number one. I am a single parent. My son is 9 years old. He'll be 10 in June. He is the muse for why I do what I do, especially at this level. I am also a documented seven-figure earner inside of the network marketing industry. All right. So I have built teams into the tens of thousands of people all across the world. And I've done it through online recruiting strategies. Because of that, that has allowed me to be what I call a master recruiter. Okay. There's no program or company or anything that I decide that I want to promote where I am unable to recruit, 100, 200, 300 people into that opportunity, especially depending on how long, right, I am able to stick and stay with it, depending on, things that go on in the industry. But I will say the most that I've recruited into one program, one network marketing company has been over 1,100 people. Okay. And that was literally over the span of maybe 6 or 7 years. Okay. And with that, that all was I was able to do all of that without pulling my hair out, primarily because I am a business automation expert. I have figured out how to automate processes in my business that allow me to do the things that I need to physically do as the person running the business, but also allow other things to pick up where I don't need to do them. It's like if you had an assistant, right? Like if you have a business or you're at an office, right? You're a professional and you have an office and you have an assistant, right? You don't do everything. There's some things that you pass to your assistant to do, because while your assistant is doing that, you can be doing something maybe a little bit more income producing, right? And because it's your job to drive income and revenue into the business, you need to be doing that. All right. And so I've mastered that process, and it's allowed me to build a business. It's allowed me to have a life both at the same time. And if you're in network marketing, generally what's happening is people are either, or you, right? I want to say general people, but you're watching this. Either you are spending a lot of time in your business working in it, so you don't have a lot of time to work on it, and therefore you're not really producing the type of results that you want, or you are producing some results, but you're not generating the income that you want. So you're spending a lot of time, you're excited, you like it, but it's not making you any money. The only other option is that you're not working at it at all, right? Or you could be putting the time into it and you are making money, right? And that's where I want to help you to get to. I want you to get to a point where you can, enjoy what you're doing. You love your company. You love the products and services that your company offers, but you are able to attract and recruit people into that opportunity without feeling like you're pressuring people, without feeling like you're chasing them, following up forever manually, or feeling like you just have to work extremely hard just to get a little bit of result. There is a balance between this, where, if you listen to what I'm teaching you, you don't have to. But if you choose to listen to what I'm teaching you, you will be able to balance that out a little bit more, where you, at the beginning, it's like you're doing work, right? No money, no money, no money, no money, right? Work, no money, no money, no money, no money. But we want to start evening this thing out where it's like work, money, money, money. Work, money, 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 right? Now, if you're building a solid network marketing company over time, not today, not tomorrow, not next week, but the next year or two, right? The next 3 years, you'll get to a point where it's work, money, 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 right? Work, money, 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 money. Why? Because you would have built so much leverage, and you would have other people doing what you have taught them to do. Okay. So we want to go from all this work with no money. Where I'm looking to get you more around here. Okay, that gives you a visual. I'm not trying to make you go to here right now. Okay, we can't go from no work right now to all the money. That's not possible because you've got things you got to learn and you got to put things in place. But if I can at least even it out for you a little bit, where you're putting in some adequate work and you're getting some adequate return, that right there is going to motivate you to continue to stick along with what it is that you're doing. Okay, and that's my whole goal. All right, so I want to welcome you here on this evening. Somebody said they are able to jump on live while they are cooking dinner. Fantastic. At least you are on, you are listening, and I'm glad to have you. We've got Stephanie. Stephanie says hello. Hey, Stephanie, good to see you. I'm glad that you are tuning in live. All right. We've got another person, you guys, that says hello. Listen, right above this video, you will see a link that says click on this thing to connect yourself to StreamYard. When you connect your profile to StreamYard, that's going to allow your name to show up for me. And inside of StreamYard, I'll be able to see your name. Right now, it just says Facebook user. Okay. And so if you want your name to show up, like how Stephanie's name shows up, you have to click on that link that says, connect to StreamYard. You'll go over, you'll connect it there, and then your Facebook username and all that stuff will show up, or your YouTube username or whatever will show up right here inside of the platform for me. All right. So, guys, what I want to do tonight is I want to talk to you about why funnels don't work. Okay, this is an interesting topic. And, over the past, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 years or so, it's been something that, you've got one group of people that feel like, oh no, this is a waste of time. And then you've got another group of people that are like, oh no, this is giving life, and that's okay, because in life, there's always polarization. There's people that, are Democrats, there are people who are Republicans. Okay. And then you're going to have some independents in there, right? But there's always polarization. You're going to have people who believe in public school. You got to have people that's like, oh, no, absolutely private school. Okay, great. Then you got homeschooling in there, right? So it's polarization. You're going to have people in network marketing who are like, oh, you absolutely cannot build on the internet. You need to be physically live with people in their home or at a meeting somewhere. And then you got people that are like, no, you can definitely build on the internet. And then you got people that are like, well, we'll kind of do a hybrid, right? So I want you to understand that this type of, yin and yang, and, this or that, or here or there, that is what life is. There's polarity. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with polarity. The thing that you want to do is you want to be able to assess both sides and decide what's best for you. That's what you want to be able to do, right? And so, what you'll never hear me doing is saying, "Oh my God, that none of that works. None of that works. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of money, and they're fleecing you. They're trying to get you." You'll never hear me saying that, even though people on the other side do say that about people on the internet. That's okay. All right. I don't mind. I can't control what other people say or do. What I can do is understand both sides and choose the side that makes the most sense for my lifestyle, for what my goals and dreams are, and for what I believe is going to be best. For me, okay, in running my business. And that's what I want to do for you tonight. I want to provide you with some details and some information, maybe because there's not a lot of people, let me just say this, there's not a lot of people on the internet that actually take the time to break these things down. And what happens is you have very surface level discussions with people that may or may not know how things work in the background, and they form opinions on things, and they make recommendations to people based on maybe a limited amount of the information or just their own personal experience. Either of that is fine. It's fine, but you should have the information really how it works, okay, and then decide from there. So is that okay with everybody? Is it okay if I take some time tonight to talk to you about why funnels don't work, and I share with you the two types of funnels and why one works and why one generally, or why one works and why one generally does not work? Is that okay? If that's okay, go ahead and type okay in the comments so that I know that you are with me. Go ahead and type okay in the comments, okay? Because I want to make sure that we are good. Okay. Let me send this out. Okay. I can see people are responding. Okay. All right. So that means I'm in the right place. I am talking to the right people. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, somebody said they got StreamYard working. Fantastic. I'm excited for you. All right. So let me just say this. I'm going to pull up this other screen. Well, let me give this to you first. Let me say these things to you first. Okay. I want you guys to take some notes tonight. Okay. I do not want you, I know we got some people cooking dinner and I know we got some other people doing other things. You're going to have to come back and watch this. Okay. Because this is very important and we're going to get this done. Okay. But I want you to take notes because this is information that you're not going to necessarily be able to just look at, you receive one time and you have it completely and it's total clarity in your mind. Okay. It's not going to necessarily be that way. For some of you, it may be, but for most of you, it's not. So I want you to take notes. Okay. So I'm going to make sure though. Okay. Once you've got your notes, whether it's, like, okay, pen, paper, okay, whatever you got, once you've got it, and you're ready for me to proceed, go ahead and type notes in the comments. Type notes when you're ready. Type notes because I want to be able to share with you what I'm sharing with you and you follow along because you have to be able to connect the dots. Okay. This is a very logical process. Okay. So for those of you that are emotional about things, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it if you're emotional. I want you to think and I want you to think critically and I want you to be able to connect the dots. And we're just going to keep it real simple. We're going to keep it real plain. Okay. If you guys like simple and plain, I got you. I got you. If you like a lot of confusion and back and forth, that wouldn't be me. That would be you not taking the notes so that you can itemize what I'm saying and let it work for your brain. Okay. You wanted to let it work for your brain. All right. So let me say this to you first. Okay. There are two types of funnels. Okay, there are two types of funnels. And thank you guys so much for being in the comments and letting me know, right? Because this helps me make sure I've got the whole group, we're on board and we're trucking down the street and I'm not leaving anybody behind. Okay, so I appreciate you guys saying notes, 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 notes. Okay, there's two types of funnels. There are funnels that are purely just what I would call, I don't know if it's like a technical name to it, but this is how I reference it. Okay, a regular lead capture funnel. Regular lead capture funnel. Okay. In fact, let me do this. Regular lead capture funnel. Okay. So this is number one. Okay. I'm going to put this up here. Okay. There's a regular lead capture funnel. Okay. Now, there's also a different type of funnel. And this funnel is called a funded proposal funnel. All right, a funded proposal funnel. These are the two types. Okay, so first you've got regular lead capture, and then the second type is a funded proposal. So let's talk a little bit about the regular lead capture first. We're only talking about the regular lead capture first. Let me give an example. Do you know how, like, you can go and there's people or there's services, there's people that make these things and they will sell you capture pages, right? You'll see, hey, we made a capture page for this business. Oh, we have a capture page for that company. We got all these different capture pages. And when you go, you can choose whatever capture page you like and you pay whatever the monthly subscription is for the lead capture page. And then now you can get access to that lead capture page. And then what happens is you're usually going to forward so after somebody opts into that capture page, they're going to see something else, which is generally your company, right? Whatever you have on that back end. I'm going to draw this out for you as well, but I want to say it first so that you understand, okay? You have a capture page and that's it. And what happens is a lot of the companies or people or whatever resources, people that make these capture pages, is that's what they're doing. They're making a capture page and a capture page alone. They're making a capture page and a capture page alone. So what exactly does a capture page do? It captures a name and an email. That's all it does. That's all it does. A regular lead capture page does what it says. It captures the lead information. What are the lead details that we want as marketers? We want a name and we want an email. Now, let me go back. Before the internet, or even now during the internet, there are things called networking events, and people go to networking events and they take their business. I didn't have any business cards, but I was trying to look for something. They take their, well, I got an Uno card right here. Me and my son was playing Uno. Okay, so just pretend this is a business card. Okay, so pretend this is the business card. Okay, and so when you go to the networking meeting, what do? You got a whole bunch of your own business cards with your what on there? Your contact information, your name, your phone number, your email, your website address, okay, and whatever, okay? If you're smart, on the back end, you will have some type of value proposition and you will have a link to whatever website that you want people to go to. That's if you're smart. Now, if you just have a regular corporate card with your name, your phone number, your department, your title, okay, name of your company, then that's that. But if you're a marketer, you have your name, you got your phone number, you probably got your picture, and on the back side, you got a value proposition, and then you got a website, a URL that people can go to, right? And what is your goal? Your goal is to pass as many of these things out at your networking event. Okay, that's what you're doing. Now, there's other people at the networking events as well. And what do those people have? They have their own business cards. And what is their goal? Their goal is to pass out all of their business cards. So you're at an event where everybody is doing the exact same thing, exchanging business cards, exchanging. And every now and again, you might find a pair, a match, right? Where somebody looks at the card and say, oh, I could really use this person's services, right? Vice versa. But majority of the time, people are both exchanging. Nobody is looking for something other than business for their business, right? So I'm only giving you my card so that you can call me to buy whatever I'm selling, right? Very rarely am I giving you my card so that I can buy something you're selling. You guys with me? I'm only giving the business card because I want you to buy what I got. And you're only giving your business card because you want me to buy what you got. So this back and forth, it's sometimes, okay, it doesn't pan out because you don't really have a true pool of buyers of what you want. You got a bunch of people selling. Okay. Now, what's the similar to that? Facebook groups. You can go into these Facebook groups, and if you go into these network marketing Facebook groups, what happened? You got a bunch of people in network marketing all selling something. So when you go in there with your business card, right, your profile and your content and the things that you're sharing using, when you go in these Facebook groups and you start selling what you're selling, nobody's paying attention to what you're selling because they're not interested in buying. They're only trying to sell what they're trying to sell. So once again, you have an environment online that is also offline where people are just all trying to sell. There's no buyers. And so then what happens is you're collecting data from people, but you don't ever really plan on using it, right? I should have brought this thing down. I've got a whole container up there full of business cards that I just keep. I can't tell you the last time I went in there. I'm not going in that business card thing. I'm just not, right? But I got them, I guess, in my mind, just in case. So they're not being used. On the internet, when we're marketing on the internet, people have things called email addresses. And with the email addresses, what we're looking to do is we're looking to collect the data. We want the email. That way, our card doesn't go in their pocket or their card doesn't come in our pocket. It goes into a database. And that database allows me to email those people anytime I want, without having to personally, manually data entry their name and email in there. If I took this business card from the networking event and came home and came over to my autoresponder, whatever I got, I've got to take this, I've got a data entry, I've got to put their phone, they'll put their name, I got to put their phone number, I got to put their email in. And that takes time. So when you have on the internet a lead capture page, the person just gives you their name and their email, sometimes phone number, depending on how you have the capture page set up. They give you the name and the email on their own. So you don't have to do any data entry, which is better for us. So that in itself removes one step of what we have to do as business owners. If I can get you to give me your information on your own, then I don't have to put the information in my database later on. So the lead capture page, that's all it does, is capture the information. Okay. Now I'm going to come over here And I am going to try to draw this out for you. Okay, you guys know my drawings sometimes are, can be a little sus, especially with this type of trying to do it with a mouse. Okay, so I do the best that I can do. All right, so I'm going to do a circle right here. All right, so here we go. This is the way the system usually looks. Okay, so we got this, and what we're going to do is this is called traffic. Now, traffic, let's just use social media for example, can come from Facebook, right? It can come from Facebook, and let's just keep it there. There's tons of ways, but let's just keep it there because we're not talking about traffic tonight. We're talking about the two different capture pages and why one of them doesn't work. All right, so we got traffic, and we're going to call this social media, your Facebook wall, your DMs, your posts, all that good stuff, groups, whatever it is. We're going to call that traffic. All right. Now, when you have the traffic, you're going to drive that traffic somewhere. And where are you going to drive that traffic to? Well, you're going to drive that traffic to that lead capture page. Okay, that's what you're doing. You're going to drive the traffic to that regular lead capture page. Okay, oops, let me spell regular correctly. Regular. All right. You're going to drive traffic to that. So in other words, you go on your Facebook wall and you say, hey, look at my business. This is what I've got. And then a person that's walking down the street, the social media streets, they stop past your timeline and they see that you're saying, oh, come look at this business. So they're interested, and you have a link there, right? It's the link to what? This lead capture page, because you bought this lead capture page, right? Or you bought what is it? You bought I don't call it a system, but you bought a database where you can choose different lead capture pages, right? That's what you got. So you pick one and you take the link and you put it on the internet in your post. So the person comes by, they click on that link and it takes them to this lead capture page, right? Now, again, what does the lead capture page do? All the lead capture page does is it captures a name and it captures, whoops, sorry about that. It takes a name and it captures an email. That's all it does. Okay, that's it. Name and email, go on this form. And now you've got a person's contact information. With contact information, what can you do? You can follow up. That's what we want to do. We can follow up. So what essentially happens? You get the name and the email, it comes down here, and it goes into what we call an autoresponder, right? Some type of follow-up system. Some of you guys may have something like an Aweber, you might have a get response, you might have whatever you got, but it comes down here and it goes into, let's just say, your email follow-up. Okay, this is what you got. So that goes here. Now, are you guys with me so far? If you're with me, say with you in the comments. Say with you in the comments so that this makes sense. Okay, I'm graphically drawing out for you what is happening, the actions that people are taking on the internet. This is what people are doing on the internet. It doesn't matter if it's Amazon, if it's something else. This is what people are doing. Okay, this is how you build a business on the internet. Okay, so now you got here. Now, once a person puts their name and email in this form, right, the two things happen. First thing is automatically their name and email drops into your email follow-up. But what the person sees, so the person sees your page, they type in their name and email. What they're going to see after they do that with a regular lead capture page funnel is they are now going to see your company site. They're going to see your company site. Okay. And when I say your company site, I'm saying I'm going to say MLM site. That's usually where you're going to send them. Why? Because that's what you're selling, right? Isn't that what you're selling? You're selling this. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay. So they're going to see your MLM site. Now, what happens in this is that if you bought this lead capture page system or this lead capture page little thing, whatever it is, right? You may have paid, I don't know, maybe, $27, a month or something. I don't know. Okay, I'm just giving you an idea that you paid for this little lead capture page thing you got going on. Okay, it could be different people at different things. It could be $49. It could be $97. I've heard people are charging like $97. Okay, whatever. But the point is, you paid $27 a month for this, right? So now you got this lead capture page because you've heard somebody like me say you need to capture emails and names. Great. So you go and you capture emails and names, and then you have a follow up, and then you're sending people to your MLM site. But we have a problem, don't we? How many of you guys have done this before? Let me just ask, how many of you guys have done this before where you've purchased just a lead capture page from somebody that's selling lead capture pages? We've got this company page, a that company page, a this company page. How many of you guys have done that? Say me. Just say me in the comments where you have purchased a lead capture page, some sort of system or whatever, and then all you're going to do is you're going to send the people to your MLM company site. Okay, so I see some people say me, me. Okay, so I see you, Steve. Okay, Tony, I see you. So this is a problem, and I'm going to tell you what the problem is. The problem is that majority. Okay, I can't say all, but I'm going to say the majority. Whoops, the majority of your MLMs, our MLMs, the majority of MLMs. Period. The majority of them do not sell the opportunity. They do not sell the products. In fact, they do not sell anything. What most network marketing company websites do is they provide information. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? They provide information. It's not a sales mechanism. It is an information mechanism. It is designed to give information. What is this business? This is what this business is. What products do we sell? Here are the products that we sell. How much are the products? Here's how much our products or our services cost. Is there an opportunity to make money here? Yes, there is. Here is our compensation plan. Here is how our compensation plan works. And once we are done telling you all of that, we generally tell you to get back with the person who gave you that information. Isn't that right? If it's a Zoom, right? If it's a company site, generally speaking, the site gives information. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? If you resonate with what I'm saying, type correct, type connect, like you connect with what I'm saying. Type connect in the comments. Connect. Okay, connect. It provides information. Let me type this out. Okay, provides info, but does not sell. Whoops, not see, sell. Okay, that's this. Okay, you guys get me? Okay, I see you guys are in there, right? This provides information, but it doesn't sell anything. So what happens is that the person that you just got off of Facebook, where they came in to where you paid $27, they gave you their name and their email, they dropped into your email follow, which you know you need to have that, but you sent them to a site that didn't sell them anything, which means that what? You didn't make any money. And a lot of times you do not get any signups. You don't get any signups. You don't get any signups. Why don't you get any signups? Because this is not designed to sell. This is designed to provide information. And what happens when you get information? When you get information, you say things like, oh, thank you. Let me think about it. Isn't that right? Don't you guys say that? Oh, that was interesting. I didn't know that. Let me think about it. Have you ever had somebody tell you, let them think about it? Like they get to a Zoom or you get them to your company site or whatever it is, right? And then they say, well, let me think about it. If you ever had somebody say, let me think about it, go ahead and type in the comments, think about it. Type in the comments, think about it, right? Because this is the process. This is the process. And so what's happening is you're thinking that this is the problem. Oh, you don't need a lead capture page. Just send the people directly here, right? So now what you want to do is you want to get rid of this because you think this is the problem. You think this is the problem, don't you? You think, well, wait, I'm spending all of this money. I'm spending this money to get this, and this isn't working. But this is not designed to do anything but what it did, which was to get the email. It did that. It works. The problem is that you're sending the traffic, the people who opt in, to this informational resource, not a sales resource. So you're not getting signups. So there are people that actually believe that you do not need this, that this is not even necessary. Like this is just a waste of your time. And because then what you could do is why not just send the traffic directly to this, right? You could bypass this, not spend this money because this is now a waste of money. And you could just send the traffic directly here. Well, haven't you, some of you guys been doing that before you decided to get this? Weren't you already sending the traffic directly to the company site? Whatever. And this is not just my company. I work with people in a lot of different companies. And what I'm saying is that I've been in network marketing full time 17 years. This is what happens. Has nothing to do with my particular company. It's just that this is what usually happens. People want to send traffic. Hey, join my company. And you put the link to your company site and you send people to information. And then information makes people think about it and they don't sign up. You might have a couple, you might have one or two, but to sustain a business where you are able to generate $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month, let alone $10,000 a month, this right here isn't doing it for you. So then you say, well, I'm going to go get on the Zoom. Okay, great. You go get on the Zoom, you get the people on the Zoom, but the Zoom just reiterates this information. There are people reiterating this information and they're probably very good at reiterating the information. I've done my own set of Zooms, okay, my own share of Zooms. And I would consider myself to be a good presenter. I present in front of rooms. I present on stages in front of 5,000 people. I present in home environments. When I was doing that, I presented when I was in college. I have a master's degree in business with a concentration. I have been presenting since I have been like 17 years old. So this is one of my strong suits. So I have done this too. I'm the person presenting and I try to present to the best of my ability because there are other people's family, there's other people's friends, there's other people's contacts on that Zoom. And it's my job to help those people connect the dots where they say, yes, I want to join this MLM. So we're doing everything we can. Now, if I am going through a presentation, the presentation itself is just slides. So then the sales aspect has to come from the presenter. I need to know how to sell because when I read these words on these slides, I got to be able to make the people understand why they need this business. So I, as a salesperson giving a presentation, can actually make a sale during Zooms. Not everybody doing Zooms can do that. What a lot of people do during Zooms, and that's any Zoom, any company, is they are just giving information. So the people get even off the Zoom and say, well, let me talk to my husband. Well, let me check with my wife. Well, I don't know. Well, let me think about it. Well, can I get back with you tomorrow? Well, I want to do it. I want to do it. How many times y'all heard this? I'll do it, but I need my check on Friday. I need my check on Friday. When I get my check on Friday, I'm going to sign up. And what do? You follow up, you put it in your notes, call Johnny on Friday. And when you call Johnny on Friday, excited, hey, I'm about to get this sign up. What happened? Johnny, Ghost Town. Where is Johnny? Johnny is not available. Ding, ding, ding. Hello. I'm sorry, I'm not available at the moment, but if you leave your name and number, I will get back with you at my earliest convenience. Well, in Johnny's voice, right? That's Tracy's voice. So that's Johnny. Johnny is not home. Johnny don't answer. Johnny ain't nowhere. So what you do? You go on Facebook, go social media. Hey, Johnny, DM. Hey, Johnny, you ready to get started? Johnny puts you on scene. Johnny see your message, but Johnny don't respond to your message, does he? You know why? Because Johnny was being nice to you. Johnny really didn't want to do it, but Johnny felt that he would just kind of brush you off, and then Johnny would just disappear because Johnny didn't want to tell you no to your face. Johnny didn't want to tell you no to your face. So Johnny finessed you, Johnny curved you, and Johnny made you think that Friday was the day that your life was about to change. And what you believed was not the truth. So then you go through this for month after month after month after month, and then you finally just say, screw it, because now you have determined that what? Well, now this doesn't work at all, right? Even this doesn't work. So now you are out of business. Done. I'm done with the whole MLM, period. Is it the funnel? Well, the funnel was just the process. The funnel is I went and got traffic. I went and put people on a lead capture page. I went to follow up with people and I sent them to my site. I didn't get any signups. And even if I'm sending emails to these people, even if I'm sending emails to these people, I'm not consistent. Guys, you got people on your email list. You're not emailing these people every day, are you? You're not emailing these people every day. You forget they was even on your list. You forget you even had a list. What list? How do I even log into it? Where is it? Right? Oh, shoot. Okay, now let me log into it. Then, well, what do I say? What do I say to the people? How do I get the people to get back to this site right here? How do I get the people to get back to this site where I can reintroduce my network marketing to them again? Right? Oops, that kind of moved around. How do I get these people back? Goodness, this thing doesn't want to move. How do I get these people back to the site? Right? What do I say? How often do I say it? I don't know what to say. I don't know how to find what to say. So you eventually slack up on sending the emails altogether. So now you're spending $27 a month on a lead capture page to get you the leads, which you know that you need, to then get people to the site or the Zoom, which is just giving information, where on a holistic basis, it's not converting enough signups for you to justify not just the cost of your MLM, but also the cost of the lead capture page. Has anybody been here before? Generically, has anybody been here before? Has anybody been through this process that I just outlined? If you've gone through it, just type me. Just type me if you've gone through a process like this. You've tried this. Whoops. You've tried this. You've tried this. Right? And so then what you do is you have people sometimes in this company or leaders in this company that they say that you don't need this. This is a waste of time because they don't want you to spend this money. They don't want you to spend this money because they believe that this money is not helping you to get the sale, which is true. But driving the traffic right to here ain't helping you get the money, get the sale either. So neither of these things are working. You know why? Because none of this has a sales mechanism. None of it. It's just you funneling people to information, and it's going to be information forever, 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 forever until you get tired of it. So this is number one. Okay. Now, I can see that you guys have put me in the comments. How does this make you feel when you're out here and you're trying to build your business and you hear someone like me say, hey, you need to capture leads. And then you go and you capture leads to try to build your network marketing business. But then you realize that that's still not helping you get any signups. It almost makes you feel like I'm saying go get leads because you need a lead capture page. But as if the lead capture page is the magic to you getting signups. The lead capture page is not the magic to you getting signups. The lead capture page is the magic to you at least collecting the information. Like when you go to the networking event. That would be the same thing as saying, if you go to the networking event and you get somebody's business card, that is an automatic sale. Just because you got the information, that means you got the sale. In other words, don't spend money on business cards. because there's no relation between business cards and the sale. Well, there's not many business people that I know that, I mean, there's certain people that work on the online like me that might not have business cards, but a lot of traditional businesses, these people live and die by business cards. So if you were to tell them don't spend money on business cards because that's not helping you make any sales, you would almost think that that is insane, because there is no way a person is that in a the traditional business is not going to have their contact information on something that when they give it to somebody, that person can contact them. That's the whole point. But this is not the magic. Just like this is not the magic. This is not the magic. This just gives you the ability to follow up. And why is follow up important? Because the money is in the list, but the fortune is in the follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. So if you are not following up, especially if you're hitting a brick wall right here, if you're not following up, or if you are following up a lot, like I do, I follow up a lot. Maybe you don't follow up at all or not as much. Either way, if I'm following up all the time and you're not following up at all, but yet still we aren't getting any signups, then it's really, in my position, I've done what this did what it was supposed to do. It captured the lead, but the lead didn't buy. But the lead didn't buy because of the capture page. The capture page has nothing to do with your network marketing business. The business should be selling the person, and the person should be sold on the idea and they should buy. If this is not happening, it has zero to do with your lead capture page. You need this lead capture page regardless. Regardless. But we've got a glitch in the matrix. So if you've been through this and it doesn't feel good and you're like, what the hell is wrong? This particular regular lead capture funnel for you is not going to work as it relates to network marketing. It's not going to work. But it's not that funnels don't work. It's that if you take a lead and send it directly to an MLM page, that's not going to work. That process is not going to work. Not this whole funnel is not going to work. This process right here is not going to work. So we got to fix that. Is everybody with me? If you're with me, put fix that in the comments, and I'm going to show you how we fix it. I'm going to show you how we fix it. Okay, so this person says, I was just given a page to begin building a funnel, so this is not my experience as of yet. Glad I'm on tonight to learn about this better. Absolutely. Now, let me just also say this. If you had a network marketing page that actually made a sale, that was a sales page, this could work. But the likelihood of this in network marketing is slim, because network marketing companies get distributors, they get people like us to make the sale. So it's almost contrary to what they want to do. Why would a network marketing company put all of their effort into making a sale when they're paying you to make a sale? It's your job to go and sell the person. So you could get the lead, and you can get the lead to pull in there, or you could get them to fill out the page and follow up with the lead. But then you got to remove this site out of your program. It needs to be you. You need to be teaching in your emails, then you need to be selling them on the benefits of your products and services. It's you that needs to be writing emails that's selling them on why this compensation plan makes sense. It's you that needs to be selling them on how this is going to help transform their life. It's you that needs to sell them on all of that. And if you don't know how to sell, and if you don't know how to put it in an email, then you aren't going to get any signups, because the company is paying you to make a sale. That's why you're an affiliate. That's why you're a distributor. That's why they pay you. They're not going to do all of the work here and then turn around and pay you for sending people to the work that they already did. If that were the case, they could just go get their own traffic and send people to their own site, and they don't need you in the middle. You guys understand this business model that I'm saying? You've got to understand the different parties and their roles. The network marketing company, their job is not to sell it. Just like if you have a solar company, people that sell solar. Well, the people that make the solar panels don't sell the solar panels. What do? They hire solar panel reps, salespeople, and they teach the salespeople all the things that they need to know about the solar panels. They teach the people how to go knock on the doors. They teach the people how to make the sale, how to do this, right? And then the person, you, the affiliate, the sales rep, you go out to the person's house, you talk to them, and you give them the benefits. You give them this, and you make the sale. Could you give the person the solar company website for more information? Absolutely. But the site is not going to make the sale. The sales rep makes the sale. So if you do not know how to sell and the page does not make a sale, who is selling? I'm going to wait for your comments to answer that question. Who's selling? If you don't know how to sell and the site isn't selling, how are you going to how are you getting signups? I'm waiting. How are we getting signups? The website is for informational purposes. That's it. It's to bring legitimacy. It's to demonstrate we really do have products. We really do have services. Here's the things that we do. Here's the things that we offer. Here's the prices. Who's selling? So either you're going to learn how to sell or you're going to get to a site that better sell it. That is it. It's very simple. Do you guys understand this? It is very simple. Either you're going to sell it or that site is going to sell it. And if you're not hardly getting any signups, then both is an issue. You're not selling and the site's not selling either. The lead capture page has nothing to do with it. The lead capture page did get you the leads. That's what it's supposed to do. It did it. So the $27 a month that you're paying for this is actually working. The problem is that you're equating this to this. This needs to do its own job, or you need to do your own job to do this. This is getting you the contact. Okay, so looks like we got it, right? So you guys are saying it here. No one is going to do this. No one is selling, right? Steve says no one unless you do the selling. Correct. Well, last time I checked, most network marketers don't even like sales. In fact, most trainings in network marketing say you aren't selling, you're sharing. Okay, so now we're convincing people that they don't need to learn the skill that's going to generate the income. So we're going to mask it. We're going to try to make them feel better about staying in the business by not being honest with them about what this is. So you're not selling, you're sharing. Okay, great. Well, you're sharing and not getting any signups. You know why? Because people don't really buy from sharing. People buy from selling. Selling comes from results. If I go and I get my hair done and I'm walking down the street and another young lady like this has happened before. I wouldn't even use the hair. I use my nails, right? I have gone to a drive-through, had a pretty color on my nails that I thought was pretty because it was my color, right? Let me take this off for a second. I picked the color. I'm going to the drive-through and the lady hands me the bag of food and she goes, "Oh my goodness, your nail color, it is so pretty. What color is that?" And I usually try to keep track of my colors because if I go to different nail shops, I try to see if they have the color. So I'm like, "Oh, this is strawberry blonde. I don't know, right? This is strawberry blonde. It's made by Opie." And I tell her what that is. I made a referral, but what would have sold her on strawberry blonde Opie? It would be because I had nail color that she saw, she liked, and I almost sold her with it being on my nail. She could see the result. She could see the result. And through the result that she saw, she asked me. She asked me. So if somebody is asking you about the business, obviously that's better. It's better than you going to them. I'm not saying that you can't go to them. I'm not saying going to them is wrong. I'm saying that if you can find a way for them to come to you, it's better. Opie doesn't pay me to sell their colors of nail polish, not a dime. So I'm not out here trying to sell Opie. But since I know the nail polish is attractive and the lady, she's liked it, she says, oh my goodness, I like that polish. Where'd you get that color? I can refer her. And if a sale is made by this lady to Opie, guess what? That was a free sale that came in that they didn't have to pay for, but they paid for it by making sure they were available in other nail shops where other clients could actually show other people, and referrals are happening on an ongoing basis. So if somebody's asking you about your business, that's better. But if you're going to them and then they're saying, let me think about it. Oh, I don't know. Let me talk to my husband. Let me talk to my wife. It costs too much. It costs too little. I don't understand. How does it work? Why do I need to buy it? How is it so cheap? Why is it so expensive? Right? If all these different objections are coming, you're going to have to learn how to sell and overcome objections. You're going to have to learn it anyway, but at least right now you want to get some traction. All right, enough of this. Let's go ahead and let's move to the next thing, okay? Because we're going to stop. Somebody said, fix it, Jesus. Okay, we're going to fix it, Tracy. Okay, we're going to fix it, Tracy. I'm going to show y'all how we're going to fix this, all right? This is how we're going to, this is the funded proposal. Now, y'all see this up here, right? With this, what are you doing? With this, you're spending the money on your network marketing company and you're spending the $27. We just going to keep this as social media. We're going to say this is free. We're going to say it's free. Okay. Now, a lot of you guys are using this free social media traffic. You're hitting these brick walls everywhere you go. Getting beat up in the face. And this free traffic ain't really hitting it for you. But you're paying $27 a month here. You're paying this money over here. So you're going to stop paying this. You're going to stop paying this and you're done. Funded proposal. This is how a funded proposal works. So here, I'm going to make this black again. I'm going to come here and I'm going to call this traffic again because it's still the same thing. It doesn't matter. You're going to need traffic. Traffic would be eyeballs. Traffic are people that are seeing it. It's if you had a boutique, if you had a shoe store and your shoe store was on a main street in your city, your town, and people are walking, it's a busy street. That's called traffic. You would never want to put your store on a street where there's no traffic. That makes zero sense. So why would you want to put your business on a Facebook wall with zero traffic? Now, I have tried to teach you guys in this group how to build an audience. If you have not seen my How to Build an Audience training, when this is done, go to the guides section, go to Wednesday live streams, and find the training where I talk about building an audience. Because I am telling you, it's a lot of moving parts in this network marketing thing. And if you miss a part, it's not hard stuff. Just know what you're dealing with. That's all. Just know what you're dealing with. If you have a Facebook wall where nobody's commenting, nobody's responding, nobody's doing anything, you have zero traffic on your street. So if you have zero traffic on your street, even doing this is a waste of time because you're not even gonna get any leads because you don't have any traffic on your street. But if you would build an audience like I've been trying to teach you to do for the past year, and be consistent with building an audience like I've tried to teach you to do for the past year, you would at least have people walking up and down your virtual network marketing street. Okay. So you're going to get traffic from the proposal, right? You're going to get some traffic. We're going to do the same free traffic, but you're going to have traffic because you got a street that got people on it and not a desolate, abandoned, what's that stuff called? That hay that they show when they show like an old country western and they show the hay rolling across the street, tumbleweed. Okay, not that. Because if you got that tumbleweed rolling across your social media street, that's the problem. That's the problem. You got tumbleweeds. Okay, so here, what we're going to do, we're going to get this and we're still going to have our what? We're still going to have our lead capture page, but this is our funded proposal lead capture page, right? This is our funded proposal lead capture page. All right. Now, with our funded proposal lead capture page, we're still going to have the same boxes, right? Because we're still going to have a name. And then we're still going to have, let me just duplicate this to make it easy. We're still going to have an email that's going to go in that box. Okay. So we got traffic coming from social media. We now have a funded proposal lead capture page. Now, we're also going to have this. You're still going to have this. Okay. You're still going to have the people that are going to come in. And when they come in, this is still going to be your email follow up. Okay. You're still going to have email follow up. This is a business. The same way you would go to a business networking event and you meet people, you get their business card. This is no different. To think that you don't need this, that's insane to me. If I'm going anywhere, if anybody expresses any interest in my business, I want their contact information. If it's online, I need a page to capture it. If it's offline, I could say, hey, do you got a business card? Do you guys get what I'm saying? It's the same action. It's just we're demonstrating differently because we're on the internet. How are somebody gonna give you a business card to their phone or to their computer? Okay. So this is still email follow-up right here. All right. Now, after a person opts in to a funded proposal lead capture page, here's the difference. Here is the difference. Oh, that's the wrong kind of little box. Well, I'm gonna leave that there so to show that it's different. We'll keep it like that. Okay, here's the difference. Here, what you're gonna have is you're gonna have a sales video. Okay, this is not your company yet. This is not your network marketing company yet. So what does that mean? That means, let me go back. See up here, this lead capture page is saying, let's say you do credit, right? How to get a 700 credit score in the next 30 days, right? And then you sell credit. And then they come to your network marketing site and they're not sold on it. But at least what you're talking about right here is credit, because that is what the network marketing company represents, is credit. If it's health and wellness, if it's weight loss, it's lose 5 pounds in 5 days. Let me show you how. They say, oh, that's me. They put their name and email in. They want to know how. And then over here, you send them to a company website that just talks about information about a weight loss product, information about a detox product, information about all this different stuff with some prices and a buy button. Person hasn't been sold on anything. Down here, what we're doing is we're focusing on a different market. We're not focusing on the person that wants to do the credit specifically or the person that wants to do the weight loss specifically, because you would then have to create a sales video for every single angle that you want it to go on in your business. If you sold weight loss, you need to have a weight loss sales video. If you want to do credit, you have to have a credit sales video. If you did skincare, you have to have a skincare sales video. You guys get what I'm saying? Different products. If you have a heart product, you have to have a heart sales video. You would need a different sales video for any different angle that you wanted to approach in the market. Before I go any further, does that make sense? If what I'm saying right here makes sense, type makes sense. If you're going to do it specific to your company, it needs to be specific for every single angle that you possibly could go. If it's business opportunity, you need to have a business opportunity video. And you need to create that because your company doesn't create that. You need to create a sales video. Okay, if you're going to sell a weight loss product, you need to have something that sells the weight loss product. You need to create the weight loss sales video, not a weight loss information video. A weight loss sales video that when a person gets done watching it, they say, oh my God, where's my card at? Where's my card? And they get to typing that card information in on that computer. Not oh, that looks good. Let me send that to my husband and see what he think about it. Oh, let me show you. My cousin was looking at something like that. Hey, you seen that detox they got over there, that company over there? Come look at this website. Not that. I'm talking about a person that's so compelled, a person that in their psyche, they say, I need this. Yes, I've been looking for this. I need to lose these 20 pounds and I need to lose it yesterday. That person is typing their card in the computer. That's a sales video. Okay. So I see what it's making sense. Okay. So we're not going to go down the road with a funded proposal of every little thing that your company does, because it doesn't matter. Think, the person that you want, let me take this off for a second. The person that you want to join you in your business, if you're building a business as a distributor, not selling product, but if you want to build a team, right? You're a business builder, you want to build a team. The person that you're looking for is not specifically looking for weight loss or credit or skincare. They're not. What is that person generically looking for? If a person is looking for a business, regardless of what business you're offering and products and services you're offering, what is the generic thing that that person is looking to do? Overall, type it in the chat. What is that person looking to do? If I go to the internet and I'm looking to start a business, what am I looking to do for myself, regardless of what I find? Thank you, Harold. Thank you, Harold. I want to make money and have free time. Thank you, Ron. I want to make money. That's what I want to do. I don't necessarily want to lose weight. I don't necessarily want to sell credit. I don't necessarily want to sell skincare. I don't necessarily want to sell anything. I don't know what I want to sell. It depends on what it is. All I know is I want to make some money. Thank you, whoever this person is right here. Make money. Thank you, whoever this person is right here. Make money. This person says a roadmap to freedom. Thank you. Now y'all thinking. Your ideal person is looking to make money, a solution for their problem. This person says money and certainty. Exactly. So why are you trying to sell people that want to make money on any particular product at all? As a business builder, I'm not talking about if you're talking to a person that is ready to lose 20 pounds, I'm not talking about talking to them about the weight loss product. That's selling product. I'm not talking about the person who specifically wants to increase their credit score and then you talking about increasing their credit. I'm talking about somebody who wants to build a business. They want to make money online. Do you guys hear what I am saying? Is there a light bulb at this point somewhere in this whole thing? We've been on here for an hour. We're going to get off in a couple minutes, but I got to make sure we nail this. Because if we can nail this and if I can land this message with y'all, you're going to have a much better experience in network marketing. You've got to understand who it is that you are targeting and what they want. They want to make money. They want to spend time with their family. They want to be free from a job or, clocking in at a certain time or driving a certain distance. They want to be rid of those things that cause stress in their body. They want to get rid of feeling lost. They want to have peace of mind, don't they? Think about the person that is looking. Have empathy. Step into their shoes. You're a marketer. Step into their shoes. You're not a salesperson. You're a marketer. But if you don't have somebody to make a sale for you, you are a marketer and a salesperson. Those are two different things. Family, marketing and sales are two different things. Marketing is what I am showing you in this. This is marketing. This is how am I going to get my person who has a problem to the solution. That's the marketing. The sales is in the sales video. The sale, you don't have a sales video here. You're doing the marketing, but you're not making the sale because it's no sales mechanism. Marketing and sales are not the same. So now you're here. You get traffic from your Facebook. You bring them to a funded proposal lead capture page. They're going to plug in their name and email. This is going to say something like, oops, hold on. How to make money online. That's what that's going to say, right? That's what this is going to say. It's not going to sell your company. It's going to sell the idea of what the person wants first. If you can help people get what they want, they will then buy what they believe will help them get what they want. What happens is that we're so busy trying to sell our network marketing company these days that people want to make money, but they don't want to do it this way. In their mind, they don't want to do a network marketing because network marketing means friends and family. And to them, they don't want to do that. So as soon as they realize that it's this, they already know you're going to be hitting them up with the friends and the family. And they don't want to do that. So they're going to reject this idea over and over and over. So we're going to stop selling them that. Stop selling people the things that they're saying no to. Start selling people the things that make them say yes. So here, they're going to opt in, and it's going to be a sales video right here. And they're going to watch this video. And in this video is going to make a very strong case. This video is going to make a very strong case for why they will want to have a sales system that does the sales for them. They don't even know exactly what they're buying yet because they're not buying anything in particular yet. They're buying the ideology that they need to make sales, and that the way they're going to make sales is by somebody else making the sale for them. Somebody else is making the sale for them. And what they don't even realize is that this video that they're watching is going to cause them to buy. And then they're going to get access to this same exact system that then this video is going to sell their person. It's going to sell their person too. So it's going to sell them first on the idea that this makes sense. What if we taught you how to get traffic? What if we then showed you how to get leads, and then we actually made a sale for you? What if you could buy this? If you didn't have to do all of this and you could just buy this and it's done for you, then the question is, would you be willing to buy? And this, let's just say in this example, is $49 a month. Now, a person who wants a business, who understands that they do not want to bother friends and family coming in the gate, and they like the idea of a sales system that works for them. In other words, we're going to show you how to get traffic. We're going to follow up with the leads for you, and we're going to make the sale for you. And to get this system, it's $49 a month. People are saying yes to this. Yes. And guess what? Here's contrary to popular belief. They don't even have an opportunity to sell. They didn't choose anything to sell yet. But what they're buying is, okay, when I find something to sell, I know how I'm going to sell it. When I find something to sell, I know how I'm going to sell it. Now, with this, what happens is, because this is all done on your behalf, when this sale right here is made and you haven't even spoken to them about your network marketing company yet, what happens is that this money right here, this money right here is not designed to go in your pocket. This money is not designed to go in your pocket. This money is designed to pay for traffic. Because you're going to only get so far with your free traffic on your social media wall with no traffic on your street. You're only going to get so far with that. So you start with free. You get some leads. You send them to the sales video. Somebody buys. When somebody buys, you take this money. This is going to give you $20. You take the $20 and you reinvest the $20 into traffic. Now, what could you do with $20? Well, I teach that. I taught people how to do Craigslist. You could do 4 ads a week with Craigslist with $20. But if you're stuck in this world where you believe you're going to make $1 million from just constantly sending people who don't care about your network marketing company to the network marketing company site to then not get any results from the network marketing company signups, you're going to frustrate yourself. This funds your marketing. This is a funded. Now, what makes this different than this? Well, number one, this doesn't have a sales video. It might have a video, but it doesn't have a sales video, or it doesn't have a video at all. It's information. It doesn't sell anything. This is a sales video. It's designed to talk to people about why they need to buy and how it helps them and why they need to buy it right now and how we're going to help them and why it's beneficial, and do it now because it makes sense. It's not reaching through the computer making anybody do anything, but in a person's mind who says, I like this idea, they're going to pay the money to get the sales system. The commission you earn from the sales system goes back into the traffic. Now you don't get to say, I don't have money for traffic, because you're going to make sales, and you make the sales and you put the money back into the traffic. That's how you scale a real business. That's how you scale a real business, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before I move on to the final piece of this, where your network marketing company is, does this make sense? If this makes sense, type in the comments scale. SCALE. If you understand what I just taught, and you're not coming out of pocket, it's not about you coming out of pocket $100 a day to go run a Facebook ad. That's not what you're doing. And anybody that says that doesn't understand what this is. It's not about that. What it's about is you use what you got to get what you need to use what you got to get what you want. So you use your Facebook wall if you want to right now to do that. If you were smart and you were doing this at the minimum, collecting this email list, you could email these people and tell these people about this. Doesn't cost you any money if you were doing this, but if you were listening to people that don't understand it and you canceled this, then you don't have any leads at all. Or if your company allows you to download the leads that you have, fantastic, great. Take those leads, put them into you still need an autoresponder. You still got to put them in here some kind of way, put them into an autoresponder and send the information about this to those people, because they didn't buy this, did they? So if they didn't buy this, maybe you should offer them something else. Offer them this. What I found is that many of the people who I was doing this with, who did not buy my network marketing company, did not become a rep or join my team, when I sent them this, they bought. Because this video shares how they don't have to do this. It shares that, how you don't have to do this if you buy this, because this is automated and this is going to do the capturing and the selling for you. It is true. There's no shortcut about it. There's nothing to act like you got to be doing a bunch of work just to make yourself feel busy. No, this is called leverage. This is called a person who knows how to sell. I'm going to put everybody I know in front of that person that knows how to sell. And when that person helps me make sales and I get $20 a month, I'm going to take my $20 per person per month and I'm going to drive it. I'm going to turn it into funding for my advertising, where I can drive more traffic to this. So everybody understands, I see scale. I love it. Okay, now let's complete this process and let's drive this thing on home, because I need y'all to get it. Y'all been sticking with me. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up because we've been on here kind of long tonight. But I think we're getting the point. Y'all tired? Is this boring? Is this boring? Am I wasting y'all time tonight? Whatever you want to type in the comments is fine. Is this boring? Am I wasting y'all time? Or is this helping you? Are you getting this? Is this making sense, what we're doing on the internet? Now, if you don't want to work on the internet, you don't have to do this. This is what I'm saying. You don't have to do this if you don't want to do this on the internet. But if you're going to be on the internet, I am telling you, if you keep doing your thing with your beating the people over the head with your company, they're going to eventually, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but they're going to eventually tune your behind out, because they don't want the weight loss. And they don't want to sell weight loss, because they don't know how to sell weight loss, and they don't want to talk to their friends and family about weight loss. Do you guys get it? So great. I'm not going to talk to them about weight loss anymore because they're not interested in weight loss. I'm going to backdoor these folk. So I'm going to sell them on what they want, how to make money. How do you make money? By doing this. You get traffic, you get leads, and you send the leads to a sales process that sells something that helps people to make money. So if all they did was this, they would make money. They would make money. They would make the $20 a month. Let me write this, right? Because that $49 a month of what that person is going to pay is going to yield you $20 a month in commissions. A commission, right? Right, $20 per month per person, right, in commissions. So in fact, let me take this and let me move it down here really, because that's what this really is. The $49 is what the person is paying. That's not what you're getting. That's not what you're getting. Okay? Oops. There. Okay? So you're going to take this $20 per person per month in commissions, and you're going to drive more traffic back to this process. And what happens is, as you put more money into this, that's being funded by this, it's not coming out of your pocket. That's number one. And this snowball gets to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so everybody says that they got it. Fantastic. Now, once the person buys this, hold on, let me come over here. Then they are going to get dropped into this big old members area over here. Okay, they're going to get dropped into a members area. Let me make this black. All right, so now inside this members area, guess what you have inside this members area? Inside this members area, number one, you have training on traffic. They're going to teach you how to run traffic to this. You also have your leads database, right? So some of you guys like, oh, I don't have an autoresponder. How much does that cost? And they say, don't got to worry about it, because this that you just paid $49 for, you're going to have that. So it's going to keep track of all the leads that you get that come through here. They're going to show up in here. And guess what else is going to happen over here? These leads are emailed on your behalf. These leads are emailed on your behalf. So you don't have to know what to say just yet. I'm not saying that as you don't advance and as you don't grow in your skill, that you can't email them yourself. You can download these leads if you want, and you can put them in your own autoresponder if you want, and you can communicate with them double time if you want. But even if you don't, this system is going to email these people to do what? And keep sending the people back to here for you. And eventually, hopefully, people buy. I'm going to talk about some percentages here in just a second, and we'll close out. But I want you to understand why this works and why it makes sense for you. So not only are you going to get training on the traffic, which most network marketing companies do not give you training on traffic. Most network marketing companies don't want you to do traffic. Most network marketing companies don't even want you to have a lead capture page, and all they want you to do is focus on social media. If you can take no lead capture page, use social media, and make $1 million, that is great. That is probably not going to duplicate itself. They say it is, but look at your company and tell me. Look at your company. Look at your own team and tell me, is it I don't got to make this up. You tell me, is it duplicating? The facts are the facts. I'm not emotional about it. I'm a marketer. And if it doesn't make any sense, then it doesn't make any dollars. You guys get that? If it doesn't make any sense to my buyers, it's not going to make any dollars for me or you. So your job is to make it make sense for the buyers. Because if it makes sense for the buyer and the buyer buys, you make commission. You make commission, you fund your traffic. You fund your traffic, you build this snowball. And within here, you got training on how to build up the snowball. You have a leads database that you can keep track of on your own or just let it sit in there. The people are emailing the leads on your behalf, sending the people back to this to help you get the sale in the first place. And let me get another text box. And on top of that, what you have are income streams. Income streams. So this is you, right? You come in, you buy a system, you buy a marketing system, you buy a funded proposal, basically, okay? And you're gonna get this as a benefit. You're gonna get the funded proposal and you're gonna also get these things plus more. It's more stuff, but this is the gist of it. This is what you need to know. In addition to that, the way that this is sold and the way that it is framed. So when a person watches this video, they're already being sold on the idea that the goal is to have multiple streams of income. Now, here's the deal. We all know that there's importance in having multiple streams of income. I did a training last week on multiple streams of no income. If you missed it, you can go back and you can watch it. Go to the guides section, go to Wednesday live streams, and go to the one that says multiple streams of no income. I talked about that. I'm not going to talk about it again here. You can watch that video. But the gist. The problem is that millionaires have at least 7 streams of income. You're not a millionaire yet. You can't run a football play that doesn't pertain to you. My son can't run a baseball play that the Braves play when he is 10U Little League travel ball. It's different. It's different. So if you're not a millionaire yet, where you can leverage money from this one to that one and that one to this one, and if you can't do that, you need not be worried about having so many multiple streams where on top of you trying to have all these streams, you have 0 skills in marketing and 0 skills in sales. You're not going to have multiple streams. You're going to have multiple streams of no income. And a lot of people out there have all these different network marketing companies. They got 2 or 3. They've got multiple affiliate companies, 2 or 3. And you're trying to sell it all with this same little traffic you got on this lonely street on your social media wall. And you're wearing these people out. You are wearing these 12 people out. About your MLM, about MLM2, about your affiliate, about your course, about your training. Like, you wearing the hell out of these people because you're not even building the audience where it's more people growing. It's the same 65 people that you're hitting over the head every day. Eventually, they're going to stop responding. Most of you have experienced that already. You get no response. So here, this is already selling the idea that, listen, you need multiple streams, but you can't do it like this. You can't have this and you trying to sell it separately. You got to have it streamlined in what, like an assembly line. You got to have it streamlined. Like if you go to a buffet restaurant, right? Or a cafeteria style restaurant where you go and let's think Subway. Think Subway. You go in the Subway and they say, what kind of bread do you want? And you pick the bread. Then you move to the next section and say, do you want cheese? Yes. Put cheese on the what? The foundation of the bread. Okay, great. What kind of meat do you want? I want salami. Great. You put the meat on the cheese that's on the bread. Then do you want lettuce? Yep, I want lettuce. Do you want mayonnaise? Yep. Do you want oil and vinegar? Yep. You're building on, and then they close the bread up. They say, do you want it warmed up or whatever? Yo, do you want it cut? Yep. Then they cut the bread, they stick it in the bag at the end of the line, and then they're taking the next person's order down there where they've moved you down the assembly line over there. Okay, does that make sense? The assembly line. You start at the bread part of the Subway, and you walk your way, and at the end of the counter, you pay, and you get yourself up out that store. But the next person that came in, they have to go through the same. It's streamlined. You don't get to go in the subway and start anywhere you want to start. No, I want the. I'm telling you, I want salami, and then I want you to put the oil and vinegar on the salami first. Don't put it on the bread yet. I want the oil and vinegar on the salami first. Then I want you to take the loose meat, the salami, okay. Then I want you to put that on the cheese. Then I want you to come back, take the cheese, put this over, and put the lettuce on top of that. And then I decide what kind of bread. And you don't do that. Some of y'all are building your business like that, where you're trying to sell credit and weight loss and heart health and coffee and credit and like you're trying to sell all this stuff in this chaotic way. And it doesn't make any sense for the market. It doesn't make any sense for you. So what does your general network marketing people say? Oh, you're stupid if you got more than one company. You can't build more than one company. And I tend to agree, because you can't do it the way that you've been doing it. But if you're going to change the way you do it, then the assembly line is this. A person comes in, they buy the system. Then before they even get going, they're going to watch a video. And in that video, it's going to tell them about the income stream that they just bought. The income that they just bought was the funded proposal, right? It's going to tell them, hey, here's what you just bought, this, and this. And let me introduce you to another income stream, right? Because the whole point that it sold over here was that you're going to have multiple streams of income, and we're going to make it easy and streamlined for you so that you don't have to do this crazy mess. So a person is coming in already knowing it's multiple streams. Great. So they know, they're going to tell them, well, great, congratulations, you just got this. Wonderful. Then income stream number 2, what do you think income stream number 2 would be? What do you think income stream number 2 would be? If you have multiple companies up here that you are trying and struggling and stressing, trying to sell, one day you selling weight loss, one day you selling beauty, one day you're selling heart health, one day you selling coffee, one day you selling energy, one day you sell, like you doing all that, okay? What do you think should go right here? If you're going to sell something, come on now. Thank you. Absolutely correct. Your opportunity. So this is your MLM. So this person paid you for you to tell them about your business. You guys get that? When I say get paid to expose people to your MLM, that's what I'm saying. It's not a gimmick. It's not a catchphrase. It's not a gotcha. It's the reality of what we're doing. It's a systemized process. So your MLM, let's say 1 goes here. And guess what? This person's going to do. They came in, they bought on the idea of multiple streams. So then they come in, they realize they got the first stream. Now you are recommending to them what? Your opportunity. So what will they buy? They're going to buy your opportunity. Not because you got to sell them on all of this. The model is that they're going to buy it because it's going to fulfill their multiple streams. And because your stream is the only stream they're going to see, that's the only one they can buy, unless they come in and they have their own stream. If a person comes in and they have their own stream, then they can put their own stream there. If a person comes in because it's from cold traffic and you don't know this person and this person doesn't know you, and they just came to you off the internet some kind of way, and they come in here, they don't have an opportunity, they're going to buy yours. Do you understand that? Does everybody understand that? Put I got it if you understand that. This is how you're exposing your network marketing company. We're not selling it on the front because they're telling us they don't like it like that. So we're going to stop forcing a square peg in a round hole. We're going to represent the information. We're going to structure it so that they see the value of having a system first, then they're going to buy the opportunity. Now, when they buy the opportunity, knowing that they already have the system, what resistance are you going to get from this person wanting to share and sell the opportunity? What resistance are they going to give you when they already bought this and they understand that they're going to have training on how to do this, which gives them money to get more traffic, to get more people into this, which gets more eyes onto this? I ain't trying to yell at y'all. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to yell at y'all. I'm trying to just drive this point home, okay? Because I need you to understand this. This is not a lead capture page. Does this look like a lead capture page to you guys? So somebody tell me, is this a lead capture page? Or is this far more? Is this far more detailed and far more systematic of a business than a lead capture page? In other words, is this thing that I'm introducing to you, is this the same thing? So that when you spend your $27 and run traffic to this brick wall, that this doesn't work, is this the same as this? Is there anybody that thinks this is the same as this? It's not. It's two totally different things. Thank you. Far more detailed. And guess what? For your benefit. Detailed for your benefit, such that you only have to focus on let me finish this. I'll come back to that. So now you can have a second. So let's just say you have another MLM that you have, or you have an affiliate program, or anything that you want, but you're going to put a second income stream there. So your person's going to come in, they're going to they've already purchased this. That's what this is. Then they're going to get a video right here that tells them, go set up this. So they go buy this. They come back. They say, go set up this. They come back. They go buy this. Then it's number 4. And number 4 is a traffic resource. So here you've got training on traffic. Here, they're going to actually give you a way to buy traffic, to get traffic. There's a difference between me telling you all you have to do is run some ads. There's a difference in me showing you how to do it and then giving you the ability to do it. So then people buy the traffic because they've already been sold on the idea. They say, okay, great. Now I know. Now, if you got a couple dollars in your piggy bank and you are ready, you're going to buy some of this traffic. You're going to buy what you can, and you're going to drive traffic back to this. Let me tell you about a guy. We got a guy named Malachi. I didn't bring Malachi in. I brought a guy in, Jeff. Jeff brought in Malachi. Let me just share the story with y'all real quick. Malachi has never done this before in his life. Never. Never. He never done this. Malachi comes in. Malachi gets and some of you guys that are in with us already know I'm not lying about this. You've seen Malachi. We recorded a call that you heard where Malachi was telling you out of his own mouth what happened for him. Malachi came in. He bought the funded proposal. Malachi then came in and he bought income stream number 2 from his sponsor. Let me come back here. He bought income stream number 2 from his sponsor. He bought income stream number 3, or he might have already had these 2 income streams because the guy, Jeff, that he joined with, they were already in another business together. So he might have already had these. Either way, he completed those steps. And what Malachi did was he used this step and he went and bought traffic. Malachi went and bought traffic. He started, and once you buy traffic, there's nothing for you to do. You put your link in a box, you say go, and you live your life. There's nothing you need to do. There's nothing that you need to do. The traffic runs, the traffic hits this website. Okay, the people opt in and some people buy. There's nothing you need to do. You're not getting on the phone with them. You're not doing a Zoom with them. You're not trying to get them to come to your house. You're not trying to go to their house. You're not trying to get on DM with them. You can, but you're not doing that. This is done because it's designed to sell for you. So Malachi does this. Malachi's sponsor, Jeff, happened to be looking in his members area. And because Malachi is one of Jeff's members, Jeff could see that next to Malachi's name, there was a number 1. That number 1 meant that Malachi had a sale. But Jeff didn't believe that Malachi had a sale because Malachi had not communicated to Jeff just yet that he had earned a sale. So Jeff calls Malachi. Malachi, you have a sale. Malachi says, no, I don't have a sale. I'm working. I gotta go. Goodbye. And he's like, bro, you have a sale. He says, what do you mean I have a sale? So it says, go check your email. So Malachi goes and Malachi checks his email. And Malachi had an email that said, congratulations, you just earned $20. Congratulations, you just earned $20 from a new sale. Here's the name and number and email of your customer. And then moments later, he got another email within like a minute. And it said, congratulations, you just earned $180 from this same person because they upgraded to an annual membership. So Malachi never did this before, came in, followed the process, set up his income streams. He bought the traffic in income stream number 4. He let the traffic go. He let the traffic send the traffic to his link to this lead capture page. People started coming in here. He got a $20 sale, and that same person upgraded for an annual, made Malachi a total of $200 while Malachi was at work. Malachi said, I now understand what autopilot sales is. I've never had an autopilot sale because I guess I never knew how to get an autopilot sale. And I said to Malachi, you're right, because you're never going to get an autopilot sale like this. You have to make the sale. And if you don't know how to sell, then that's why they want you you got to stick with warm market, because warm market, they feel like you can, you got a little bit of a connection with these people and that you could probably get them to buy it if they could see the value. The moment you step into cold market and you operating like this, you're going to keep hitting the brick wall, which is why if you go buy traffic and try to send traffic to this, you can get leads, but you won't get sales. But here, magically, because this is an actual sales video, you can go get leads that bring you sales. When you take these sales, you run your money back to more traffic that gets you more sales. The initial sales you got are going to drop into the members area. When they drop into the members area, they're going to follow these steps in here. They're going to buy your thing 2. They're going to buy your thing 3. They're going to buy traffic at whatever level they can so that they can get more traffic to their funded proposal. Meanwhile, they've got training on traffic. Meanwhile, they can see their leads if they've got any that they've generated. Meanwhile, the leads are being emailed on their behalf. That's driving people back to this sales video to push people to buy because this thing just stupidly makes good doggone sense. Do you guys get that? This is a funnel that works. This is a funded proposal funnel, and this works. This works over and over again. This works in your sleep. This works while I'm driving to take my son to school. This works sometimes when I'm at my son's baseball practice. This works when I am laying on the couch watching a show. This works when I'm taking a shower. This works while I'm on the phone doing a training with you. This works. It doesn't need me to sell. It does need me to understand this a little bit. It does need me to get trained. It does need me to be able to go in here and assess where I'm getting my leads from. It does need me to send traffic, but it doesn't need me to make sales. And it really doesn't need me to onboard people too much, because this is a 4-step process that is done by a 4-step video tutorial that's in the members area that tells people how to get started. I don't even really have to do it. Have I set up a little 1-page document that gives them some guidance? Absolutely. But even if I didn't do that, there were tons of people that came in before I did that just did this, because it's not that difficult to watch a 3-minute video that tells you to click this button and put in the link to your network marketing company. It's not that hard to do. You hit save. Once you hit save, you're done. You go to the links section, you grab your link to this, and you send it out. You send it out on social media if you want to. If you got to start what you got to get where you want, fantastic. Send it out there. If you got people over here, send them to those people. If you got people that you want to wherever, I don't care where you send it. But if you got if you got some coins, if you got some coins already, then you get your traffic and you just let the cold traffic do it. And guess what? You don't got to post on your social media at all. Do you realize that nobody even has to know you're doing this? Nobody even has to know that you're doing this because you're actually running a business in the background the way a business should be run. Finding viable customers, selling the viable customers, generating an income from those customers, and then using using that money that you've been funded on the front end to go and pay to get more customers. We're signing people up because the system tells them to sign up, not because I'm selling them on weight loss. I'm selling them on a system to sell, which is what really all of us want, a system to sell. This is what we call a system of growth. This is not a lead capture page. This is not a scam. This is not spend money to make somebody else rich. No, this is not that. This is for you to be able to get access to something that actually puts a mechanism in your possession to help you make a sale. It is not your network marketing company on the front end, but how many times have you had people sign up with your network marketing company now? Not a lot, right? Because they don't want that. So what if you can make money from the people that say no to that and say yes to this? Do you know that I'm done after this. Do you know that there is a guy that has been on my email list for my network marketing company, probably about 5 or 6 months. I've been emailing, I email my list quite a bit, right? But he's been on the list. He hasn't bought my network marketing business. As soon as I send him this, he joins this. And he ends up joining my network marketing company that he would not join for 5 months when I was selling him the network marketing company. But as soon as he bought this, he bought that. Why would he do that? Probably because now he realizes, golly gee, there is a way that I could sell this business without my friends and family if I don't want to do my friends and family. And am I bashing you if you want to do your friends and family? Absolutely not. Am I criticizing you if you don't want to do your friends and family? Absolutely not. But there are people that I know that do not want to do it. And there are people that I know who are business people who do not want to talk to their business contacts about it because they don't see the bridge and they don't want to do it. It's not my position to judge whether someone should or should not do it. It's my position as a marketer and as a coach in this industry to present a solution for people so that they get results. That's my job. Some people don't like the fact that I bring solutions to the table because they want you to keep doing this because they don't understand that this actually still helps you to sell your network marketing company. They think that this is a distraction from the network marketing company. It's not. The distraction is when you don't get any sales and you want to leave the network marketing company or you stop promoting the network marketing company. The distraction is no results. This is not a distraction. This is a reinvigoration for people now to get more excited about their business because now they know that this is going to help them get sales because that's what it's designed to do. It's not an information video. It's not a lead capture page that drives people to a little information site. This is a freaking high-powered sales video by one of the best sales marketers that I know in my Rolodex. And I've known this guy since 2012. He's a beast. He's a marketer. He's a master. He knows what he's doing. And if I can get my prospects in front of him, I freaking want him to doggone do all the selling so I can go to the baseball game with my son. And he's not even physically doing it. He's doing it on a video and he can go hang out with his son too. Do you guys get it? This is called automation. This is called automation. You shouldn't be against automation. You should be for automation because automation gives you your life back. Automation allows you to get your leads and build a database. Automation allows you to make sales on autopilot and get emails to your surprise that you've made money for the day. Automation allows you to have people join your network marketing business one, your network marketing business two, or affiliate program on autopilot. Automation allows people to buy traffic and you get commissions even on the traffic. Automation can save your life if you do it the right way. This is why I say automation equals freedom. And there is no one that can take that away. There's no one going to make me think any different because I've experienced this, I've lived this. And when I was building my business and I made $1 million in my business, I built it like this. Something like this has not been around for a while, which means that I would have to develop it. But I'm not the best person at crafting the sales video. I can do the presentation, but to write it, like to script it out and make the words magically connect with people in their mind, that's not my gift. That's my business partner's gift. So it was difficult for me to create this on my own. Plus, this takes money. This takes programmers. This takes customer service. This takes websites. This takes behind the scenes sales. This takes all type of resources and marketing and money that I don't want to have to put all my money into this. So I would do my best. I would do my best in what? In trying to teach people how to at least build their own lead capture page, build their own sales video page, and then send people to their network marketing site. I've got that training all up and down this group. I've got training on how to follow up and how to talk to people with the script book that's in this group. I have been training on a year on how to adjust this model so that you can put your own emphasis on it such that you don't just send people directly here, which is a brick wall. But the challenge is that it's difficult for people to put a sales video together. It's difficult for you to write your own email follow-up campaign. I've written email follow-up campaigns and I've given it to people who bought a system to do this. I've done everything I can until the good Lord, my good friend, or the good Lord sent my good friend to remind me that they had revamped this. And I said, hallelujah, thank you, I'm in. Now, for those of you that understand this, this is why I am promoting this. I'm not promoting this if you're in my company or another company. I'm not promoting this to distract you from what you're doing. I'm promoting this to help you make money so that you will continue doing what you're doing. If you keep doing what you're doing right now and not getting results, you're going to stop building the business. If I can help put money in your pocket and you have fun again building the business, you will forever build the business. You will forever make money. You will learn these skills just because you're part of the members area. And these are things that no one can take away from you. Now, as you matriculate through your life, you now have value to add to the marketplace. You have value to add to your new team members. You have something to give somebody besides join my business as a marketing strategy. That is not a marketing strategy. That is an advertisement that after you keep posting the same thing a zillion times to the same 65 people, they're not going to see it anymore. They're going to close their eyes. They're going to ignore you and you're going to get nothing. So if you don't fix that, you get what you get. If you don't fix it, you get what you get. But you can't say that you quit your business and you never knew how to build a business. That's what I'm here to do, is to present you with an alternative way, to shift the way that you do it, to go a different way about doing it. I teach my son all the time. Listen, if you're trying to get the knot out of your shoestring and you can't do it by picking this little string, try doing it a different way. Try pulling that loop. I want to teach you how to think, not what to think. If I can show you how to market, I don't care what you market, because if you know how, you can market anything. If you think that what you're marketing is the thing that's going to make somebody buy, you're missing it. That's not right. It's how you do it. They can sell piss poor products in the tens of millions of dollars. And there's great, amazing products that can't even get off the shelf. So it's not what, it's how. And that's what I presented for you today. So this is why funnels don't work. The regular funnels, the regular lead capture page funnels, that's why they don't work. You now know that. You understand that. But the funded proposal funnel, this is why it works. So now, have you guys gotten some value from this on today? We went a long time. We went an hour and 48 minutes, and usually I keep these calls down to an hour. But maybe this one had to be done an hour and 48 minutes so that you can go back, you can understand it, you can conceptualize it, and you're not skewed by crazy things in the marketplace telling you that capture pages don't work. Well, maybe. Depends on what the capture page is leading to. If it's leading to a brick wall, you're right. But if it's leading to a sales video, well, no, actually lead capture pages do what they do. They capture leads. But the sales video should be making the sale. If you don't have a sales video making the sale, how do you know? Because you ain't making no sales. This is why this works. All right. So if you're watching this and you have not plugged into what we are doing, I know a lot of you guys are plugged into what we're doing. You're not plugged into what we're doing. There is a link right above this video that says get plugged in. Click on that link and watch it in action. Click on the link. Look, you click on the link above. This is what you're going to do. You're going to go to a lead capture page. You don't know this, but you're going to drop into my email follow-up. It's going to show up in my leads database over here. Once you put your name and email in, you're going to see a sales video. When you see that sales video, it's going to be a button underneath that video that says $49 a month. You're going to watch that video. You're going to see how it makes sense, because I really just explained it all to you here, but he's going to explain it and you're going to understand it there as well. You're going to buy for $49 a month. Some of you are going to see the value in not wanting to pay monthly, and you're going to do annual, like a lot of people do. You're going to just pay to have it done for the year where you don't have any monthly payments. And when that happens, yes, I'm going to make a $20 commission and I'm going to make a $180 commission if you do the upgrade. Whoever does that, that's it with you. You're going to get the same exact thing, okay? And then you're going to get dropped into the members area. When you get dropped into the members area, you're going to see a video that says, hey, welcome, da-da-da-da. Click on here to go set up your income stream number 2. You're going to see what I have as my income stream number 2. You're going to then see what I have as my income stream number 3. You're going to then see the traffic. You're going to see everything I just said in real time for yourself. This is just the framework of what you're going to see before you see it, because there's no surprises. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to trick you into anything. I'm not trying to gotcha, like I said before. I'm not trying to read the fine print. It is what it is. But because it is what it is why it works. Dang it, people. Okay, so click on that link up there, all right? And get yourself plugged in. If you don't like what I said, if you don't want to do what I said, but you just found value in what I said, you don't have to click the link. You don't have to get it. You can do whatever you were doing, how you were doing it, the way you were doing it, till kingdom come. Like I said, it doesn't matter to me. I want to help those who want to build their business, who want to make money, who want to recruit. This is the recruiting community. I'm trying to show you how to recruit. And you're not going to be able to do it for free forever. Yeah. For a little while, but not forever. You're not going to be able to do it for free forever. Even in traditional network marketing, if somebody needs to travel to your house to do it, it costs gas money to get there. If you're doing it and you're getting some fruit trays or some snacks for the guests that come, that ain't free either. That same $30, $40 that you spent on a fruit tray to get people, the 5 people to come to your house where ain't nobody signing up to your business, you could have spent that $50 on this, and you could have went on your social media and got you 2 or 3 people to sign up into this and made that money back. I'm just saying. You can do it how you want, but this is an alternative, and is a very valuable alternative. This is a very profitable alternative. And those of us that have made millions of dollars are back leveraging this because we see and we know and we've already experienced the value. That's why I can speak so confidently about it, because I know for a fact that you can make millions of dollars. I'm not saying that you will make millions of dollars. I'm saying you have a better chance of making millions of dollars and having a life at the same time. And even if you don't want to make millions, even if you just want to make an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month, let's just bring it down. The point is, you can make that without having to work so hard. Do you have to work? Yes. But do you have to work hard? No. There is no indication that working hard gets you somewhere. It's working smarter. You are not doing manual labor. You are not going to the NFL. You are not trying to go to the MLB like my son. You have an online internet marketing business where you should be using online internet marketing assets and resources and tools to help you get what you need to get done. You do not have to work hard. You should be working smart. And you should be working alongside people that have your best interest. And you can leverage their expertise. And you will get the information that you need by being close to the fire. But you do not have to get good at anything first to start winning with this. With this, it's doing the work while you're learning. You just got to go out there and market it. How do you market it? I told you, you can do your social media if you want. You can do the traffic you want. We've got another resource in there that gives you 100 leads a day. You can email those leads if you want. There's multiple different ways that you can do it. But that's the part you do have to do. What you don't have to do is write emails to your leads that come into here if you don't want to. What you don't have to do is try to sell everybody, get on a Zoom, get in a DM and, send people your link constantly and this. No, the links are already embedded in the emails and people know where to sign up. People are smart. And I need you to believe that. There are people that are looking for you. Do not believe that people do not have money. People do have money. They just spend it on what they want to spend it on. Please believe that. Please believe that. That is a mindset shift. People will spend money on what they want to spend money on. If you do not present the value as to why they need to exchange their money for your value, then they will keep their money in their pocket, even if it's low cost, even if it's free. People do not want to exchange their time, let alone their money, for something that they do not believe is going to give them something in a greater value than what they expended on it. So this is where we are. This is how you can recruit. This is an automated way. It's a systematic way. And this is a way that can get you moving, where you can fund your advertising, where you don't have to stay in the free boat forever. You can start free, but our goal is not to stay free. We want to scale. We want to take some profits. We want to reinvest into marketing like a real business so we can make more sales. And we're taking all of that money from the commissions from the sale, not out of our pockets. That's the difference. All right. I think y'all got it. I enjoyed being on here with you guys tonight. I enjoy teaching this stuff. So you can rewatch this if you want to. Come back to the replay, slow it down, speed it up, do all that good stuff. I am going to put this in the guides section as well, where I put all of our Wednesday live streams for your review. And for those of you that are ready, go ahead, click the link and get plugged in. All right, guys, I will see you live next week. But, I'll be in the group hanging out and making posts and answering questions and do the stuff that we do in the One Red family. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye for now.